Hi. If you are thinking of joining Olivia's program, congratulations. It'll be probably the best decision you've ever made. But I do kind of want to share my experience and everything that I've learned and gained from this experience. But I don't know if Olivia told you, but I suffered with bulimia for I think 3 or 4 years. I had always had issues with food, always was insecure, never really liked what I saw in the mirror or anything like that. And then it got to a point where I was just so fed up with not liking the way that I looked and gaining so much weight in college that it led me to think that no diets out there worked and that nothing would work for me. So bulimia just kind of happened, and it's one of those things that was like a reward because you see instant results, and it was very hard to get out of that. So I lost a lot of weight really fast and got really low weight, and then I kind of got fed up with the way that I was treating myself, and I still was never happy. I got down to like the 120s, which is insane. I don't think I've been that low since like middle school. I don't know. And I still wasn't happy with myself. I still saw things I didn't like. I still thought I needed to be smaller. So I was like, I'm just slowly gonna try and get back to eating and, just gonna get back to eating normal life. And through that, I started to gain weight, was still bulimic though, but was trying to eat, and that led to a lot of binge eating, and not knowing how to control that. Bulimia was my way of controlling my binge eating and finding that balance in between, but it was a very vicious, ugly cycle. I would tell people when I was blackout drunk, trying to find help of somehow, I guess that's what I was doing. And then the next day I would immediately regret it because I was like, what if they try and make me stop? I'm not ready to stop. Things got really bad around my wedding because the pandemic hit, and here I am still bulimic but binge eating a lot and trying to not be bulimic as much, not purging as much, but I gained weight. So the pandemic hit, we postponed our wedding. I go back on and try my wedding dress on 4 or 5 months later, and it didn't fit. And as someone with an ED knows, it's like devastating, especially your wedding dress. So it got really bad all over again, went into the deep thick of it, of bulimia again. And I kind of I had a big thing with my husband, and he knew about it. He didn't understand it, and it was a weird area between us, but I decided that I wanted to get help after the wedding. It was still on my terms because up until the night before my wedding, I was binge eating McDonald's and purging it the day before my wedding. So it didn't stop until I started talking to Olivia, until day 1 with Olivia. And I honestly reached out. I remember I reached out to Olivia like 2 years ago when my bulimia really kind of was really bad. And I remember wanting her help, but I wasn't ready to give up that control of my bulimia. And I finally had just gotten so sad with myself and so unhappy, and so just didn't think I would ever like what I saw. And Olivia always intrigued me because she was always posting bomb-ass food she was eating and just still showing up and looking awesome and very open. She was very open about her struggles with body image and eating and just how you can eat things and still get the goals that you want. And that was something that just didn't make sense to me. I think we all know that in diets, we think you have to give up that life of all the good food that you want, alcohol you want, and everything like that. I literally just thought that was the only way you could lose weight and you could be happy with yourself. I did not think there was another way. Why, when I got into my eating disorder. And Olivia proved that wrong. So like day one with Olivia, I stopped, just like cold turkey. There's been a couple of times where I've almost like slipped up, but I haven't. I don't know, 8 months? I think we started in September, so I haven't since September. And that was huge for me. That was huge that I was seeing results and I wasn't having to purge. Olivia, I kind of consider like a therapist as well. There was a time where I had to take my dog to a training camp for an entire month. And he was like he actually is registered as my emotional support animal. And a big thing when I was purging with my bulimia, when we first got him, when COVID hit, he would always follow me to the bathroom and try and nudge my head away and try and get me to stop. And sometimes it did work. He just kind of knew when I was not in a good, state, and having to drop him off for a month. Just after starting the program, I was like completely devastated, and Olivia kind of talked me through everything that I was feeling because my husband didn't get it. I was about to relapse and purge and starve myself and do all these things, and she talked me through. She said, okay, do some journaling, take some time yourself, take a shower, and then slowly go back into the kitchen, slowly make your meal that you had to eat tonight, and just like take some deep breaths, do some yoga. I did all that and it was great, and I made it through that bad night. And there's been some others with that too, and the big thing is being able to talk to Olivia about it, because I don't think a lot of people understand. Like I have close friends who know I had bulimia, but they don't understand how it affects me now. I think the biggest thing with this program is learning that there are no bad foods. You can have whatever you want. You just have to figure out how you want to make it work into your week. Last night I had one of my favorite things to eat ever, shrimp scampi. It was amazing. And I used to think like noodles in general were just, oh my God, you'd gain weight looking at noodles. And same thing with any kind of carbs, bread, rice, potatoes, any of that. It was just, I thought you'd gain weight looking at it. I didn't think you could have it to lose weight, which is the complete opposite. You need it for energy to fuel your body, to move and everything. It's just crazy. So you don't ever realize that until you do the program and you put yourself through it and you learn. I think a big thing too was learning what all goes into food. So how much fat is in like a tablespoon of olive oil. It's like 14 grams of fat. I never knew that before. And somehow knowing the macros of things gave me like more control, I felt like. And I think that's a big thing of an eating disorder, is having control. And your way of gaining control was by purging or just restricting food, whatever it is. So this made me feel like I had control because I knew what was going into my body, and I knew how I could manipulate food to reach my goals. It completely changed the way that I see food. I don't see food as bad food anymore. When I eat something, I'm not sitting there and thinking about how it's going to make me gain weight. I think we all, when we have an eating disorder, have that thought or that voice in our head that's like, you better do something really quick or you're gonna gain weight. Why did you do that to yourself? Why are you doing this? And my voice in my head is so quiet now. I hardly ever hear that voice picking apart what I ate or what I'm doing. It's so quiet, which is just crazy to me. And it's because I've worked so hard with Olivia to learn what foods I need for my body, and how there are no bad foods. I'm in the second stage of the program, so I'm doing more workouts and I'm planning my own meal preps, which has been really helpful and exciting. I love lifting weights now and being strong, and I have gained weight back since I stopped, obviously, being bulimic, because my body's actually eating a normal way. And I like my body more now than I did when I was in my 120s. I think it's all about self-love, the tools that she teaches you, the support you can get at any time, whenever you need it, is huge. I needed her a lot of times to talk me off a ledge. She's like a personal counselor you can have on speed dial kind of thing. And it's just, you're getting your control back without hurting yourself anymore, which is just, it's just crazy to me that you can do that. And it is possible. But I think it helps you learn food freedom. You lose that voice in your head that's picking apart what you just did, what you just ate, how it's bad. And you just learn to love yourself because you stop hating food so much. Like, you stop hating what food does to you. Because it doesn't do anything but just does good things for you, and that took a long time to learn, but I'm there now, and I'm so happy that I am. But yeah, I think just the biggest takeaways that I learned are that I learned that there are no bad foods. You can gain control in different ways. The control that you give up by letting go of your eating disorder is tough, but you can get that control back by knowing what you put into your body, manipulating your foods, controlling what you eat, and when you eat it, how you eat it. Eat your ice cream, eat your chocolate, eat whatever the fuck you want. Just figure out how it works for you. I'm not so much focused on losing weight anymore. I like just being stronger. I love seeing the gains in the gym. And I love that my mental health is so much better. And I love that I love myself more and the way I look more, which I didn't think was possible. And it's just really through the way that she teaches you about food, about how to look at yourself. The Zooms are really helpful. So if you do join, the Zooms are very helpful. It's like your own counseling seminar once a week kind of thing. So it's all a journey about learning to love yourself and food freedom and all that kind of stuff. And it's possible. It really is. It's hard, really hard at first. And then it just gets easier. So that's kind of my takeaway. I'm much more open about it, talking about it now. So, if you ever have any questions or need some support of talking to somebody, if you are wanting to binge or purge or not eat or whatever, Olivia's a great person to talk to, and I can be a great person to talk to too. It helps when someone knows what you're feeling. So reach out. I hope you come on the team, and yeah, have a great day.